Oh man, almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge? Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen.
Yep. Yo, you already know what it is, man. We back in again with another one. I'm your boy Ken T. This is my man B.
What's up?
This is Social Norm. Hey, appreciate y'all rocking with us today, man. Today's episode 176, is called How Much is Too Much for a Wedding? And the reason we came up with this title was because I was sitting at work and I was thinking of topics to talk about, and they usually just come my way. My man, one of my dudes we working with, he was telling me about how he's got engaged. I said, man, when you getting married, man? He's like, about 2 years. I said, 2 years? Why are you waiting 2 years to get married? He said, well, I gotta save up for it. So, you know, my mind, I'm an inquisitive type person. So I said, how save up for 2 years? How much you paying? He gonna go and tell me $35,000-$40,000.
No, their parents aren't helping, or they're not.
Apparently,
around.
so this is what it is. Her father told her that he was going to help him with the wedding.
Okay.
Now, you know how I get down. I told him straight up. I said, bro, until you see that check in your hand and it clear, don't assume he's paying for nothing.
That's true.
Now, and it sparked a discussion about how much is too much for a wedding and who should actually pay for the wedding.
Yeah, because everybody had different answers.
Exactly.
By the time I joined the conversation, everybody had different answers.
They was all over the place. Some people were saying that the father of the bride should pay for everything. Some people were saying that the parents shouldn't pay anything for a wedding. And some people saying it should go 50-50 with the bride and the groom. Now, my question to y'all is, what do y'all think? What's y'all opinion on it? Because I personally got my own. I say my budget, I ain't never been married before, but I don't see myself spending no more than 10 grand. And that's on the high end. I'm looking to spend for ring, wedding, and what do you call it? Honeymoon. About 7 grand. All that together. What you think? That to me is a solid.
Yeah, about right. Yeah, because I spent about 8 on a honeymoon and a ring. So together.
Without the wedding though. How much was
without
the wedding?
The wedding itself, I didn't pay for.
But how much was
it? It was, I want to say like 10 grand.
10 grand.
We didn't go too crazy. It was starting to get out of control because they started asking me, "Did I want my own cake and all this other stuff?" I'm like,
"Oh, you mean like a groom cake?"
Yeah, I was like, "No, I don't want that."
See, they just add shit to add.
Yeah, I was like, "No, I don't want that."
Now we came across a video where it was about weddings and it was about this woman and her crazy idea for a wedding. So let's just get into the video and then we'll talk about it. All right. Yeah, you playing. I don't know what you're doing though. Let's get it. It said woman breaks off engagement because he's too broke to avoid a bigger wedding. Part 4.
Let's say in an event I couldn't afford no wedding like that.
And we wouldn't be getting married.
So that's what it's about.
That's
then
exactly
it's about the money.
It's not about the money. It's about what I want, and what I want is.
But I thought what you wanted
wedding.
was me though. I thought we was doing this for our love.
We can do that for love. That's
AKA, he said, you thought wrong. You thought it was for you. No, this is for me and my ego.
I just want to live like a normal little, nice little, happy, quiet life. But
That's
she want to
nice.
be all festive.
Yes, because I'm a festive
and try to keep up with the
and I like
Joneses.
best.
Like that's not
I
what
don't
it's
even know
about.
the Joneses. I'm a festive person, and I like to have the best, and I deserve the best. And that's
That's
what you
social
said you was
media.
going to give me.
That
So
social
then
media
do that.
stuff
Live
got
up to
your
your
head
words.
messed up.
Stop being
That
cheap.
social media stuff
Live
got
up
your
to your
head
words.
messed
Stop
up.
being
For
cheap.
real.
I'm not getting married at no
I mean,
point.
Now,
There's a line between. First of all, it's funny that she don't know the Joneses expression. That's one.
She, I
That's
think she
funny.
did. She was trying to be.
Yeah.
She was being funny. Said, "I don't even know the
I know even
Joneses."
Joneses, but there's a fine line between getting what you want and just being outrageous.
Well, this is the thing. I think you set a precedent, especially if the man has got to pay for the wedding. You're setting a precedent if you can't afford something to go into debt over a wedding because the woman wants that. I don't think that's not the good precedent you're setting. You know, in a relationship as a man being the leader, you cannot do something that you know is probably not a smart move financially or just
Mhm.
for your overall family dynamic just because a woman wants it.
I think the real bad precedent is I see this a lot is making the wedding about just the bride. I think that's where a lot of problems stem
Well,
from a wedding.
she's
I mean,
showing what she feels about it. She ain't really worried about marrying him as much as he's interchangeable.
yeah,
It's the wedding she wants.
yeah. And the thing is, I hear a lot of oh, it's my day. No, it's both y'all day. You're not marrying yourself.
Shit, if they could, I've seen women do it. Let's continue.
Dennis Rodman did it.
Nothing cheap about me, but I'm just
Like,
saying
that's like a joke right
it's
now.
we could be using
Say
those
what you want.
expenses for other stuff.
Okay, you
I'm
can
saying
make more money
to-
for other stuff after we get my wedding that I want. So don't ask me to marry you.
Impossible.
Don't ask me.
See, that doesn't work for me because you're saying we can get things done financially after I get what I want.
But you
Well,
can't.
well, what happens if you want something else later? Then we just put the stuff that we need on the back end for something you want.
To marry you at your local house. That don't even
So
sound
do
right.
you want to marry me or you want to marry my wife?
Now, this is exactly what I was talking about when I said this about a month ago. One of the main reasons that couples fight is money.
Mhm.
So whether money is an issue initially or eventually, it usually comes down to money. So if you all have a different relationship with money, if you all feel that money, somebody might feel like money is about using it for just goods and services. And somebody might feel like, no, money is for having a good time, for celebrating, for eating well, for traveling. Those kind of differences, they will eventually come up. And even if one partner overlooks the other partner's differences, over time it's going to wear on you. It's going to wear on you that this man is being cheap and stingy and you can't travel anymore and dine out. And it's going to wear on him that instead of saving money for a new car or a new carburetor or something boring, that you rather go to Dubai for the second time. Like, whether it's now or later, your differences in how you feel about money, how you handle money, how you spend money, your relationship with money is going to eventually become a problem.
So
That is 100% true.
she right about that because at the end of the day, I don't know why we as people try to find our opposites. Find people who are common, like-minded as you. The big goals you have in life. Let somebody match yours. Let them say, okay, this is what I'm trying to do too. Don't get with somebody you're trying to get rich and they're bringing you to the poorhouse because the way they view money is completely different to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's finish this video.
And then think,
So-
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What you got?
I was going to say, you can have both. You just got to be smart about it. You got to prioritize.
Have both in what way?
Like, if you can, if the one person wants to travel, you can do that. But handle your business first. If you need a new car, get the new car first. Then work on the trip. The problem is, there's always that one person that just, I don't care about that. I want this.
Yeah. They're not ready to wait.
Yeah.
Why take it even further when you already see the red flags? If you're not on the same page about money initially, I'm telling you, it will eventually be the thing that breaks you up. I don't even know how this couple got this far. Like, if she likes the finer things in life, likes everything to be extravagant, and he says he wants a nice, simple life, how did y'all even get to the point where you even want to get married? You don't.
Because they talking about sex, because they had sex together and they vibe that way.
Mm-hmm.
Even want the same.
Oh, go ahead.
A lot of people don't realize money changes, situations changes. You could, it does, and I'm speaking from experience. I had a good job before, and I could have provided all that stuff, and then I got laid off, and then everything changed.
Mhm.
And your partner has to understand it. And 9 times out of 10, they don't.
Mm.
Same things in life. Neither of them seems willing or able to propose something that will make both of them happy. So they're both going to be miserable. Or somebody's going to feel cheated and feel slighted because the other person got their way. You don't want to start off a marriage with resentment. And that's exactly what's going to happen if either one of them gets exactly what they want and there's no compromise. There's nothing wrong with what either of them is asking for. They're just asking the wrong person for it. This just proves they're incompatible. If you want a nice, quiet life, you need to find a woman who also likes a nice, quiet life. And if she wants extravagant, the nice things in life, girl, he's not it. They're just not compatible. They're not wrong. They're incompatible.
Now, I will say
I would have to agree with that
she
too.
hit that nail in the coffin.
She really did.
You know, let's see what he says. Venue, ring, catering, DJ, suit, groomsmen. I'm gonna say 5 or 6K. Maybe down south in New York, you gonna
You
first
paying.
off the DJ and the catering alone probably gonna be a couple grand.
Yeah, how much do we pay?
But at the end of the day, she's not wrong. You got to be compatible with somebody. You can't expect, like, the reason that woman was on I Want What I Want is because that's how she's always viewed her wedding. Just like he viewed it as a small, intimate,
Mm-hmm.
not expensive thing. And my thing is this. Don't let somebody guilt trip you for what you feel you need as a man versus what she needs. We were talking about this today. Let's say that my homeboy he's gonna spend $40,000. Understand, most of the women who want these extravagant weddings are not willing to pay for them themselves. You know what I'm saying? So understand, if you got 40,000, she ain't looking at it like you pay 20, I pay 20.
Mm-hmm.
That is not, or you pay, or she paid 30 and you pay 10 because you was willing to pay 10 for a wedding. No, you're gonna get her resenting you because she's like, you're not helping me with what I want to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
So you just sit there and be like, yo, find somebody who has the same values that you have. If she wants a $40,000 wedding and that's not something you want to do, you gotta let her know. Look, this is why I don't see this as a
good investment. If the money can
yes.
be best spent somewhere else.
$40,000, you can put a down payment on the home.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy a rental property.
Mm-hmm.
You can invest it. You could, you know what I mean? This could be your children's college fund. There's a whole lot of reasons why. He said, no, she not paying. And this is the crazy thing, though. When you get women who say, I want a 40,000, I want a 50,000, I want $100,000, all you got to do, and I know every husband can account to this, ask them what they got on it. What you putting on it? Because you can't say I want a $50,000 wedding and you talking about putting $3,000 down and you want me to cover the 47. That ain't how we doing it. Okay? Because if I gotta run the funds, I think I should be the one to determine where the major payments go.
I mean, they're not going to see it that way, though.
No, they're not. They're gonna say you're trying to stop me from having my wedding that I've always had since I could play with Barbies.
And let me tell you something, because I've been down this road before. You can pay that $40,000, and that wedding cannot go how you wanted it to go.
Not even that. You could pay the $40,000, and y'all in a couple of years could not even be married.
That's true.
Why invest in a marriage? And I told them this. I always say, y'all, start from the bottom and work your way up. If you spend $40,000 and you don't have at least probably $500,000, right, in the bank, like just say you got 100,000 and you spent 40,000, that's almost half of your whole savings. That's almost half of your net worth. Guess what? You started up here. You think your anniversary gonna be up there?
It's gonna be even higher.
No. I'm saying of value. You think you're gonna spend 45,000 on your anniversary, on your 5-year anniversary? No, you're not. You're gonna go, everything's gonna be lower. So why not start low and each year because you guys are growing together, you build, you buy, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If your wedding was $5,000, guess what? Your 5-year anniversary, you can go ahead and spend $7,000. And then if your 10-year anniversary, you go ahead and spend $10,000 at 15 and just celebrate. Each time it gets better. That's just my opinion. I mean, what you got to say, Skins? Let's see. You said that's like saying you spend all that money trying to arrange stuff, and what if the wedding gets called off? Well, I think there's a limit to a time limit for weddings.
Mhm.
Should be where you got a certain time, but and that's another reason. The more you spend on a wedding, the more pressure is to actually go through it. If we spending $2,000 on a wedding, I know for a fact when you marry me, you're marrying me because you want to be with me. We spend $100,000.
Mhm.
It's the pressure of spending all that money that you now have to. And you would think, right? If you spent that much money, we
Mhm.
ain't never breaking up.
No. Uh-uh.
We'll be dead before I break up with
Yeah,
you.
everybody, I know, right? Everybody had, like I said, they're different. But my in-laws paid for the wedding, or my ex-in-laws, or however you want to call it.
Mhm.
I paid for the honeymoon, and my parents paid for the like the wedding party. The wedding.
What did she pay for?
Probably nothing. I don't know. I can't even tell you, to be honest.
Ladies, do y'all think you should have to put something towards your own wedding?
They should. Oh,
Put in the comments.
she paid for my wedding.
Your wedding band?
My wedding band. But a lot of women don't think they should, though. I was talking to a friend of mine. She's like, well, why I got to pay for the husband's ring? I'm like, I was like,
We gotta stop. Just see, this is the thing. We gotta stop going from old traditions
mhm,
and trying to add new shit to it.
mhm,
Either you gonna go old school and it be what it is, or you gonna go new school and then y'all can do what the hell y'all want to do.
mhm,
Because old school is real old school is the man pays a dowry
mhm.
to the family to marry their daughter, and the father of the bride pays for the wedding. He puts up whatever it is to have the wedding.
Yeah, I know somebody who did that recently. Like his wife was from Kuwait or something like that, one of the Middle Eastern countries,
Mhm.
and he said, I would like to marry your daughter, and he was like, look, you
What
gotta give me A, B, and C.
What you got on it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You want my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna help the family out?
Yeah, he said, you give me A, B, and C,
You can have her.
you can have her, and that's what he did. It was still like farm animals and stuff like that. I'm like, where did you buy a whole pig from? Like,
He had to get farm animals.
he
to
had
him?
to get like a pig and a goat and something else. He had to get, I forget what it was, but I was like, where did you get
I don't know.
a whole live pig?
But at the end of the day, like she said, you got to do what works for y'all.
Yeah.
Forget what everybody else tells you, because a lot of people want to tell people how to do a wedding. What works for you and your significant
Mhm.
other is the thing you got to do.
Because I'm listen, I'm telling you, they pay for all that food. I had so much nervous energy. I didn't eat at all. And neither she.
You didn't eat
I didn't eat nothing
because you were nervous.
because I was nervous.
Why? Because all eyes were on you.
Yeah, I didn't eat
I ain't gonna lie.
nothing.
I've been to a lot of weddings. We be looking at y'all. We look when you think of all eyes on you from the beginning of the
Yeah.
wedding to y'all get married, the reception, people are still staring at you.
Yeah,
And like, look, don't let you and your significant other get into a little scuffle, heated argument. We watching. I don't know, it ain't going off to a good start.
And that's the thing that happened. Now it wasn't me and my ex that had a he discussed. What happened was she wanted this DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I told her after meeting him, because you got to do all that stuff too. I was like, I don't think he a good fit.
Why didn't you think he was a good fit?
Because he was late for the meeting, and then I forget the question.
Just unprofessional.
Yeah, I just wasn't satisfied with it. I was like,
the service. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. So I don't know about this dude. I wasn't 100% on him, so I don't. But she wanted him anyway. And sure enough, the day of the wedding,
he didn't show up.
He was stuck at work. He had to send somebody else. And that person didn't have the playlist that we went through, and he didn't have the.
What rain fire did your wife
put
on the situation?
I basically, because he showed up after, because the first dance or first,
Yeah, he missed the first dance.
he missed the first dance. The other dude had to show up. The song that she wanted for the first dance, he didn't have.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
He didn't play y'all the first dance. He
So
did not play.
We had to do the first dance twice because the first time, and I had to talk to the dude. I was like, "Yo,
you bugging?
You really messing up right now." So
she's very upset.
So I had to calm her down, and then the dude we originally talked to finally showed up. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He apologized. I won't like to talk to your bride. And I was like, "Bro,
this ain't the time to talk to her.
She ain't gonna talk to you right now.
She ready to whoop your ass.
I see.
She looking at me like whoop his ass.
Yeah, I was like, you should leave.
You told him to leave?
Yeah, so I told him like, you need to go.
You didn't let him finish the set?
I was like, no.
So you just had the backup dude?
You had the backup dude. I was like, you can go. No.
So my question was, did he still look to get paid?
He did, but I was like, we giving it to your boy because he showed up, not you. And he got all the wrong music. So
it shows you it doesn't matter how much you pay, some things might go wrong.
Some things ain't gonna go right.
All right, let's get into some more videos and check them out, see what it's looking like. Shout out to everybody who be hitting us with videos to watch and let's watch this stud. It says when you a stud and you need help changing a tire.
All these cars passing by. I'm telling them to help me. And they looking dead at me. And they keep going straight.
Okay.
That's because we think you a man.
But what are those jumper cables for? Like,
because the fucking wheel don't work. I'm trying to jump the wheels for it to work. I'm trying to jump the wheels and put this shit on.
I mean,
what the hell are we watching right now?
We're talking women trying to change a tire. What they're pulling out all
jumping a wheel to make the wheels come off.
She thinks she could hook up jumper cables from one wheel to the other wheel.
This can't be
somehow,
real.
I don't think it's.
I mean, okay, nobody's gonna stop if you look like a dude, duh.
You got a fucking point. You know what? You got a point.
What?
You right about that.
Okay, now I know it ain't real.
Yeah.
You right about that.
Who the fuck keeps? Yeah, this is fake as fuck.
Yeah, it's fake.
Hell yeah.
But let's watch it anyway.
That's what my backpack is for.
What?
That's what my backpack is for. Shit.
Well, okay, yeah.
Nah, they
well,
not.
I think
you said that they're not gonna help me because I fucking dress like a boy. I need motherfucking help. I got somewhere to go, and the stud gotta do what the stud gotta do.
Okay.
This don't even make no damn
What
sense.
Right. I see you.
You can't even watch.
Okay.
What
All
the
right.
fuck?
Hey, Archer.
Yeah, that's fake as hell.
Oh yeah,
y'all.
that's definitely fake. Ain't no way.
Who sent that shit to me?
I think I did.
I'm not listening to shit. You don't send me shit no more, dude. That shit was fake as hell, y'all.
But the point is, how many times have you had to help? Well, I've seen women, the same women tell me they don't need no man. They try to start their own car, right?
Yeah.
They try to, the battery was dead. They try to hook up another car. They had the jumper cables hooked up wrong.
You gonna blow yourself up.
I was like, yo, stop. You're gonna blow your car up. I said, they wasn't trying to listen to me at first. I was like, please, if there's every time you listen to me, this is the time. Like, don't start your car.
That's crazy, dude.
It was insane. They had to thank me later. Matter of fact, I seen you jump. Remember at your birthday party? Somebody car.
My ex-girlfriend's sister.
Oh, she was giving you hell that day.
She was flipping out on me about her car. Well, actually, she was flipping out. This is what happened. She was helping us move all our stuff into my car and things like that. She left the light on in her car. She left the lights on, right? So when she finally went to go start her car up, the battery had died down. So I'm telling her, she just keeps trying to start it over. I said, you're running the battery even worse by keep doing that. Stop it. Let it just pause. And she just was like, you don't know, no, don't touch anything. I was like, she's like, I'm gonna call my father. He's gonna know how to do it. And I was like, okay, first off, all you need is a jump. Calm the hell down. Let me show you what I'm talking about. No, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
You out there for a while.
So my ex-girlfriend is trying to tell her, like, yo, he's helped me with my car. Just give him a chance. Let him figure it out. So I said, just cool out, let the car calm down. We'll put my jumper cables onto my car and we'll just let the juice, fill up. She's trying to start it right when I said, you can't do it. Give it a second. She's flipping out on me saying, if I didn't wait this long, this what my car is messed up because of this. I'm like, no, your car is messed up because you left the lights on. So it started up. She's all like, her whole demeanor changed from mad at me to thank you, you're a savior.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, you don't need to drive nothing because you don't know anything about cars.
I remember that day. I was like, man, I'm out of here. They about to get left. I'm about to leave.
Yeah. Let's get into another video, y'all. This one right here says, this is how inmates be on NFL Sunday at 5 a.m.
All right, you ready? All right, look. Pick Miami over Denver, Houston over Indiana, LA Chargers over Minnesota, New England over New York Jets, Buffalo over Washington, Seattle over Carolina. Man, cuz I gotta hurry up and say this stuff so you can get it down, man. Tell me I'm rushing. I ain't rushing. Just listen. I need you to make this bet on FanDuel, and after you make it a parlay, put $1,500 on a parlay.
This man said $1,500 on a parlay. Now the crazy thing about this is everything he just said happened.
It did.
He's right on all those picks.
Hit for like
but watch what happens.
20,000. Yes, pick Kansas City over Chicago because Chicago let me down last time. Baltimore over Indiana.
And this is where he messed up. Every pick he picked was right except Baltimore over Indiana. Indianapolis Colts came back and beat the Baltimore Ravens 22-19. So and anybody knows about betting, when you do a parlay, everything got to hit for you to win.
And Detroit over Atlanta. And put 16 points on the side of Detroit and make it a parlay on FanDuel. All right, I'm about to call you back real quick because this phone finna hang up and give you these cash apps because I lost on the Bears last week.
So now he's saying he has to send. Not only does he want her to put $1,500 on this bet that is a loser, she find out later, but he's telling her, I'm call you back, send me so I can give you some cash apps. Meaning he's been betting in jail with people and he's lost. So now he has to send cash app money to these people's accounts.
What? Look, baby, on my kids, I'm not gonna lose no more.
This man just said on his own children, he's not gonna lose anymore. How can you put that out there?
You can't. You can't guarantee a win.
I need you to help us in these cash apps. I owe these people. I'm trying to get them out my way.
AKA, pay them the money now, or I'm gonna be fucked up. This dude's in prison. This is how it works.
It's not a game.
You could borrow. They do a lot of barter system, but and if I give you one honey bun, I'm expecting 2 honey buns back
tomorrow
or whatever set date we say. If I don't get my 2 honey buns by that date, either one, you don't have to, it's gonna get increased, or if you show like you're not looking to pay, you getting fucked up. They're gonna fight you, they're gonna stab you, they're gonna cut you.
So many. That's the thing. That's the thing why it has killed football for me. For me. I'm not looking forward to that Monday, that Tuesday.
Oh my God. If I tell you every Monday and Tuesday night, there's a fight cutting somewhere because somebody owed money, or the guy flips out so he can get into protective custody.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna do it no more. All right, listen. James 221. All right, that's the cash out.
So that's $100.
Jesse Boy 33.
That's $200.
J Reed 443.
That's $300.
Okay, you got that one. Okay, City Boy
That's 400.
01. You got that too. Bread Gang 999.
That's 500.
And Tevin 01.
That's $600.
01.
On top
Send
of
them
the
all $100. Yeah, man, send them $100.
on top of the 1,500 he got
Now,
to place it back for.
this is why I say a lot of these women are goofy as hell to allow a man to come into their life.
Mhm.
He's in prison. He can't help her anyway financially. Maybe he can because maybe he has some money stashed away or whatever. He was a drug dealer, whatever case may be. But the reality is, he's got a gambling addiction. He lost $600, and now he's telling her to put in $1,500. Some of these women who deal with these type of dudes are, the dude was a drug dealer and he's giving her money, right, to pay the bills, and then from that money, she has to give him, packages and commissary money and all this. Then that's fine. It's his money. But some of these also women are working. They got real jobs. There's nurses, there's lawyers, there's legal. What do you call it? What's under a lawyer? Paralegals. They have legitimate jobs, working 40 hours and plus, and they talk to these goofy ass dudes that are in prison and have them run up the tab. And one thing when a woman has invested a lot of money into a guy, she does not want to lose out her investment, so she keeps going. She doubles down on it.
Here goes the worst part about that. Two things that women don't know or don't believe. Number one, you're not the only girl that comes in to see him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, when 9 times out of 10, when they're out of prison, when they get out, they leave you.
Yeah.
They don't understand that part of it.
I dealt with a girl who literally bought this dude red bottoms. You remember how much red bottoms were? It was like a good $500, $600, $800 of shoes, whatever. Bought him that, clothes, new sneakers, all these, a whole outfit, everything. Went to pick the dude up, drove him, gave him money too, so he could flip it, right? Get some money to flip for. Got a hotel. He said, I need you to drive me off over here real quick. Drove him over to his ex-baby mama's house. And he stayed the night at her house. She went back to the hotel, came back, picked him up, drove him back to his town, and he said, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna make some money work, and I'll hit you back later. Never did any of those things. Crazy, right? Crazy. All right, let's get into another video, man. This one right here this is a wild story right here. It says woman catches HIV from husband who was a pastor who caught it from her father.
No, that's the part. That don't sound right.
Let's hear it.
Okay. And that is no question about that. He was the one that gave it to you. And on top of that, he was sleeping with your father.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to go all the way back because that's a lot. That's a lot. And you're only 26 years old.
When I was young, my mom was married into a family. I didn't really know my dad. My dad went to prison for touching on other people's children.
Oh, wow.
Damn. This story is too. I don't know if I'm ready for this. This is a deep ass story. Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
So is he a registered sex offender?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the fact that he's a bishop and they were still like poking at him because he's a bishop and he's a registered sex offender. And he's
who in the hell is hiring somebody to be a bishop, pastor, priest, pope, whatever, and he a registered sex offender? Y'all don't do background checks?
Apparently not.
Y'all, not even that. If y'all knew he was a sex offender, y'all still gonna follow what he say? Tangle web we weave.
And he's still a bishop. When I say somebody believing incest, meaning that they know that's their niece, they know that's their cousin, they know that's their children, and they sleeping with them.
Okay, so the cousin, he never penetrated you vaginally?
Only my butt.
What the fuck are we watching? She said her cousin was penetrated her butt. So is that the man she got HIV from?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
But is her, don't tell me that's her husband.
What? And my mom, and God bless their my dad. They took me to my first appointment in Jacksonville.
Did he say God bless the dead, my dad?
They did. My dad. I think her real father, not her.
Hold on, let me go back.
And God bless their my dad. They took me to my first appointment in Jacksonville. And I'm thinking I'm just, going to check on baby. And this is the first grandbaby. So everybody excited. So by my mom being a prophet, it's like she knew something. And I didn't realize it until now. Mm-hmm. But when looking back at my photos, I was like really skinny. And I've never been skinny in my life.
You were told that you were HIV positive. They didn't request that your husband come in to get tested because normally they tell you to notify all your partners. Did you tell him to come in and be tested?
No, I just immediately got the police in because he told me he had it, and he had it for many years.
When did he tell you he had it?
The same day I found out I was positive. It was an advocate on this side, my mom was on this side, and I called him, and I said, so when you was going to tell me? And then he said, tell you what? I said, so when you was going to tell me? And then he said, tell you what? And I said, nigga, don't play with me. When you was going to tell me? Tell you, and he said again, I said that you gave me HIV. And his response was, no, babe, no. I said, nigga, don't play with me. He said, who you around? I lied. I said, nobody. He said he knew he had it, and he had it for years. So I took that information. I gave it to Tallahassee Police Station. They investigated.
Okay. This story got real dark, y'all. It got real dark.
It really did.
It's confusing to me because I don't know what the whole cousin thing was about. The way they cut it up made me be like, is that the same person that she had? She said she messed with her cousin and only got it in the butt. I don't know. I'm still stuck on that. At the end of the day, look, you got to really get tested and watch who you're dealing with. The fact that her husband was messing with her father, but he had it for years, so he'd been messing with her father for years. I don't know how much of this story I want to believe.
Yeah,
it just seemed like it's all the way they cut it. It made it seem like it was all over the place. I'm not gonna sit there and I don't know
dissect it. No.
Yeah, that was weird.
If it's real, I hope she get the help she needs.
If it's real, I hope she killed that motherfucker. Because I'm telling you right now, anybody, ladies, come to me and give me something like HIV, AIDS, whatever. If I ain't gonna get you, I'm getting my sister to get your ass. Something gonna happen to you. You're not walking away from this. Sorry. I ain't never had no disease. I ain't never had no sexual transmitted disease ever in my life. Knock on wood. And I'm telling you right now, the day I do, if I do, and I know I only been messing with one girl, your ass is grass, and I'ma smoke it. That's just what it is. You got to accept what come with the choices you make.
I'm gonna visit you on D Block.
100%. Hope you give me extra feet up. Let me be the porter. She got to go. You killed my life. I got to take you out. I'm sorry. It ain't nothing. It ain't personal. It's just business. Let's go ahead and get this last video. You thought this was funny, so why not show it?
It made me laugh. I don't know.
Nobody's gonna make y'all laugh, but all right. So this right here says she met the moms and the gangster son.
New 11 family members confirm this is the 15-year-old who was found shot to death inside a Newcastle County apartment overnight.
It's so crazy because I try to look for it like other like the beginning of that video because it just shows a dude slapping this dude.
That's not a dude. You keep saying it's a dude. Like it's a female.
Like a man. I don't know.
The female was like, "This your mom?" She slapped him. That was a woman getting slapped by another woman. She was in her robe at her. She opened the door and was like, "Yeah, this your mom?" Got the camera right there, and she slapped him. ladies, fellas, we live in a time frame where y'all really think y'all can do stuff for clout. You cannot go and slap somebody's mama and think you're gonna keep living on this earth.
You're just gonna walk away.
People care about their mothers out of anybody. Now, the funny thing is, I done got slapped before. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't never been slapped and stood there with my hands down again for them to slap me a second time or a third. I don't know what reaction time that mama got, but she ain't no real mama because
she just took it.
Soon as she got slapped the first time, she was supposed to be on her. Like, I don't know. She grabbed her shirt and was like, "This your mom?" It's like, yo, first off, you're not even gonna get that close to me. Secondly,
shame on those kids too. Like, you just gonna let your mom get slapped?
No. What about the cameraman? The cameraman who's recording her do this knew she was going to this woman's house to get her to slap her in the face to show whoever that your mama is. I'm gonna disrespect your mother. My thing is this: when I was a kid, I remember this kid name. His name was Derek Kramer. Well, we was all joking around in the cafeteria. This is the last day of school, y'all, and we run pranks on each other. There was this white kid named Derek Kramer. I wrote a note, a sheet of paper, and I said, "Will y'all please give me $1 so I can get my mullet cut off?" Something like that. Like, so give me $1 so I can cut my mullet. I was gonna tape it on his back just to be funny, because he kind of had like a mullet thing. For whatever reason, he caught me in the act. He said, "You gonna put that on?" I said, "Oh yeah, you caught me, my bad." It was funny. He must have been going through something in his life, because he chose to say, "You know what? You think I'm scared of you?" And no, he didn't say. I'm fast forward. He said, "You know what? I'll slap you." And I was just looking at him like, now me, we're friends. We sat at the same lunch table, and I was like, "You'll slap me." And before I could even think, I said, "You'll slap me." And look, he slapped me in the face. And I was like, I was in shock, because as a young man, young boy, teenager, I probably was like, I was a sophomore. I was like a junior, sophomore. He was like a senior. I know he was older than me. I had never been slapped before. I ain't never been open hand slapped by another male. So I was like, I'm standing up. He slaps me. I look over to my right. There's a substitute teacher looking dead at me. I said, now I went to an all-white school, y'all. If y'all didn't know this, I went to all-white school. And I said, it was a white substitute teacher. I said, "Hey, you just seen him slap me in the face." He said, and this is his response: "If he slaps you, you must have did something to deserve it."
Wow.
Okay, motherfucker. Game on. So I said, okay. I looked back at him. I said, "Touch me again, and I'm fucking you up." Now, that was my old, I never been slapped before, so I didn't know how to react to it at first. Any of y'all try to do that shit now, I'm telling you right now, we instantly getting it on right then and there. Ain't gonna be no words spoken. So I go sit down. As I go sit down, everybody in the cafeteria seen me get slapped now. There's a kid named Jordan Croker who was sitting at the other table, play football together. I sit back down. I'm just mean mugging. I'm staring at this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, I'm replaying the slap in my head, getting more mad. So I hear him say, "Yo, he won't do nothing, Kramer. Slap him again." And I look at Jordan. I'm like, "Okay, get him fucked up if you want to." I'm just staring at him. I'm not talking. That's for some reason when I get mad, I don't say anything. I just stare at you because I'm picturing some medieval shit I'm about to do to you. So we're in lunch. The period's almost over. He doesn't do anything. I'm like, you know what? It's the end of the day. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go to my last class and I'm gonna go home and enjoy my summer vacation. Well, when cafeteria lets out, he's in front of me. It's me, it's him, it's me, it's Jordan Croker. the one who was trying to start shit back up again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking out. I'm in my mind, I'm like, fuck him. I'm just gonna go upstairs, go to my last class, go home. Well, when we get outside, turn the corner, we get right outside. There's some stairs. All I hear is Jordan Croker behind me say, "You won't slap him again. You scared." Well, Derek Kramer he made a choice in his life. He chose to turn around and look at me and say, you think I'm scared of you? I ain't scared of you. I'll slap you in the face again. And I said, look, man, you put your hand on me one more time, I'm fucking you up. Like I said earlier. This man commenced to lift his hand up like he was about to slap me. That's all I needed. Damn! And I remember it so well because the dude had glasses. I hit him dead square in his face. You know how they say it's unlucky to hit somebody with glasses? I didn't give a fuck. I punched him and his glasses flew off his head. His head ricocheted off the wall. And when his head ricocheted, bounced back, I got him in a headlock and I just started going to town on him. Do. Right? For whatever reason, my gym teacher, which was my football coach, my running back coach, was upstairs. Now, upstairs, I don't know why, because in the 4 years I was in school, I never seen him upstairs ever. Mm-hmm. The gym was downstairs. He come running down the stairs and he fell. Coming down the stairs trying to break us up. He grabs a hold of me. Now, mind y'all, I was like 200 pounds lighter than I am today. Grabs a hold of me, lifts me up, and as he's pulling me off of this dude, I end up kicking this dude in the face. Ooh, boom. They separate us. They rush me right to the nurse's office. They rush him to the principal's office. I don't know why they rushed me to the nurse's office because I didn't have a scratch on me. I was fine. His nose was leaking. He was bleeding all over the place. Well, so I'm just sitting in the nurse's office. The nurse like, you fine? Is anything hurt on you? And I said, I'm fine. No, I'm good. She's like, okay, you need anything? I said, no, I'm good. As I'm sitting there waiting, my sister, I guess she must have heard. Oh, mind you, Jordan Croker, that started the whole thing, went upstairs and was telling everybody, Carlton just whooped this dude's ass. And so he got what he wanted. My sister heard about it. She comes by into the nurse's station and she says, I heard you got in a fight. I said, yeah, I did. I heard you whooped his ass. I say, yeah, I did. She said, what you think, you hot stuff now or something? I said, no. She said, all right, I gotta go back to class. And she went to her class. Well, about 5-10 minutes go by. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get in trouble. You know, and when you black, all you thinking about is your parents. Mm-hmm. Your parents is about to hear about this and you about to get in trouble. Well, they bring us to the they bring me to the principal's office. He's talking to the vice president principal. Now I come in. The dude, Derek Kramer, had been talking to the vice principal, which was a female at the time, telling her his side of the story. She said, well, Derek told me what happened. I said, can I tell you my side? She said, I don't need to hear your side. It's already been told. Now, as a young kid, a black kid, I didn't think about it then, but I think about it now. Mm-hmm. There were so many times that I got racism put on me that, was unjust. But this is what happened. So after she said, he told me that you were picking on him and that he was going through something emotional. So he took it out on you. And I said, well, I was the wrong person to take shit out on. Clearly. Now, mind you, the dude got fucking tissue up both nostrils, bleeding, head back, all this, right? And I'm like, the principal says, now look, y'all can, he says he wants to call it a truce or, bury the hatchet. And I said, y'all shake hands. Now, I don't know about you, but where I come from, how I was rolled up, if we fight, ain't no us just shaking hands and we done with the shit. I still want a piece. Because I ain't really get what I really want to get out you. I got stopped by my coach. So I'm still in the mode of let's get it on again. I said, no, I don't want to shake his hand. She told me either you shake this man's hand or you're going to get expelled from school.
On the last day?
On the last day of school. And I'm like, I don't even know if she can do that. But exams were coming up, so she wasn't going to let us take the exams let me take the exams.
He's going to fail.
Yeah, if I didn't shake his hand. So I shook his hand. I squeezed that motherfucker like I damn near broke the shit. I was I was like, whatever. So what we ended up having to do was after the exams, we would have to go upstairs. He would go upstairs with his time, I would go upstairs with my time, and I'd sit up there for like an hour or two in like internal suspension.
Independent study room or whatever.
Yeah, some shit like that. Now, when we got to school the next couple days, because we had to do this 3 or 4 times, everybody was standing outside the school waiting to go in for the exam. When we came in, everybody was roasting this man. Yo, don't talk too crazy or I'll get Carlton on your ass. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Shout out to you, Kramer, man. Hope you're doing well in your life.
Oh, man.
Let's see what he said. Show the video of the husband and the wife at airport.
Take a request.
What's the backstory? It was a gang initiation. Oh, that was a gang initiation.
Ah, okay.
Got you. That makes sense for the mama. He said, show the video of the
airport one.
What's the airport one?
The man left his wife at the airport.
Oh, okay. I got you. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that one for. But yeah, that was a crazy situation back in the day. I want to know if anybody else got any. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this video. Shout out to you, Scans, for requesting this one. Let's get it. It says, did a husband cross the line when he left his wife at the airport?
Did a husband cross the line when he left his wife at the airport? The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
Okay.
Man, she sound like she's been through it before.
Oh, the black woman?
The black one.
I don't know. I'm gonna say this. If I tell you something and you don't, as your husband, and you refuse to listen to me as your husband, and you have to deal with the consequences yourself. Prime example. I'm not gonna say their names. What up, Shay? She knew what she was doing. Leave that ass and pull off. Yep. Look, I'm gonna tell you an example. One, I got a family member who chose to go ahead and run up some credit cards, knowing they're not good at dealing with credit and paying their credit cards off. Well, the thing about it was they didn't tell their husband that they had these credit cards. So when the bill got up to a point of astronomical in some people's mind, close to $10,000-$15,000, and they needed to pay it off because it ballooned to a certain crazy amount, they then brought their husband to be knowledgeable about it, saying, I need you to help me pay this off. And he's like, yo, I didn't know you even had these credit cards. Like, where did you get these from? Oh, I got them because so you went in secret to do something, right? Without my not even approval, but my knowledge or judgment, or even asking me, what do you think about this? And then when it got to an too extreme where you couldn't help yourself out of it, you call for me to help you. I don't think as a man or a husband that if I give my wife I tell my wife something of what not to do and she still goes and does it, it's on her to accept the consequences.
She gotta eat that.
She gotta eat it. I ain't eating it for you. If I tell you, look both ways, hold up, there's a car coming, and your ass run out there, you're gonna get hit. I'm not jumping in front of a car to stop, and I get hit with you. I told you to not go out there. You chose to go out there. You have to live with your own decisions. You know what I mean? So as a man, like you can't, as a woman, you can't expect your man to protect you and you don't want to follow him.
You don't want to listen.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It'd be like, okay, give example. It'd be like you are some high priority person, like a president or whatever, a high priority person, and you got a whole SWAT team to protect you through these terrains. And they're got the guns, they got the one who can protect you. They go through and they saying, come on, go left. And you like, now I think it should go right. What do you mean? I'm the trained person to do this. I'm protecting you. Go left. Or I'm going right. You can't expect me to follow you and your ass get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head on that one.
So
I mean, Starbucks really. I don't know. Look,
but the crazy thing is, it's deeper than that. That woman did not want him to go to see his daughter.
Yeah.
And this is how petty women can be. Women do these things and they try to play it off like it was something else. Prime example: I had an ex-girlfriend a long time ago. She wanted us to go walking, to just around the park, a certain park that was near her house more than my house. I didn't want to go drive way over there to just walk. Well, fast forward a month go by, I start walking around my own neighborhood. I do it every day. I invite her to come walk with me. Well, the first time she came and walked with me, she wore shoes she couldn't even walk in. And we walked about 2-3 blocks and we had to turn around because she said her feet were hurting. So I said, okay, we'll turn around. We'll just scrap this day up. The next time she came, she was wearing some shorts because she had thick thighs. She was wearing some shorts she couldn't, that was scraping against. She said, it's hurt my feet. We need to turn around. Now, this is 2 times that we couldn't go for a walk because of what she was wearing. And I'm like, yo, are you fucking brand new? Like, what? Why do you keep wearing these things that you can't wear to walk? And then I found out about it. A couple years went by, and then she said she purposely sabotaged that because she felt slighted that I didn't go walking with her at that park.
Oh man!
I said, yo, the fucking messy, petty shit that she was on next level. Women do this. Women will purposely destroy something because they didn't get what they wanted before. Ladies, am I lying? Do you not know some friends that will do some shit like that? Let me know.
Damn.
I said, so I don't put nothing past any woman. If she don't feel like she gonna get even. Some way, somehow, she gonna get even on your ass.
That's crazy.
He said, leave her. That's right. Yeah, I'd leave her ass too, man. What would you do? Especially when the girl said it was a second time happening. First time, okay.
Oh,
second time, she overslept the first time, so they missed the flight. So they had to reschedule. So it's the second time. I'm not missing the flight again. I'm sorry.
Now, I would have to say this because I'll be hypocrite if I say this. I would leave her too because my parents gonna be mad at this. My mother's gonna be mad. So my my father used to drive my mother to work all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my mother would be on time, but my father would always be late because he was always waiting on my mother, right? And my father was complaining about it, and I said, you know what you do? I said, when did you get up? And when it's time for you to leave,
Just leave.
Just get in your car and go. He said, what are you talking about? I said, leave mom behind. So I guarantee you,
she won't do it again.
She won't do it again. So one day my dad gets up and he looks at me, then he just grabs his keys, get in the car, and he goes. Now my mother was furious, and I was like, well, look, mom, you've been making dad late this whole time. So your actions are getting him in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to at his job. So he has to, he has to look out for himself. So guarantee the next morning, my dad looked at the clock and said, I'm leaving. Who was
She
was
already
ready?
in the car.
She was ready.
That's how you supposed to do. See, just like some women tried to train men to do certain things for them, men got to train women sometimes. And you got to let her know, look, how you moving ain't the way we going to be moving here, or you going to be left. I'm not going to go this route no more. But that's like with anything. I tell everybody, you treat them like kids. If you keep letting the kid get over on you, they're gonna keep getting over on you. If you check them immediately and say, okay, well, I told you not to come home at this time. Now they keep coming home late. Now when they come home the one time, they wondering where their Xbox and PS4 and or whatever it is, the Sony PlayStation is gone. Yeah, it's gone.
Mhm.
I sold it. What do you mean you sold it? I told you not to come in late. You did. So this is your punishment. Maybe when you come on time, maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe you'll get it back.
Maybe not.
Oh, I bet you they come on time from then on. Yeah, I know they manipulative, Shay. You can't put nothing past a woman. If she mad, it's a wrap for them. They gonna do some real wild shit that don't even make no sense. It's so emotional. That's what I'm saying. Some women can be so emotional and petty, but then you'll go and like they're gonna be mad. We already accepted that. That's why I say you should never let a woman or anybody, man or woman, it's usually women though, as far as with weddings. Like, I haven't really seen a man push a very extravagant, expensive wedding. And the woman say, I just want something simple.
Yeah, no, because I said this earlier when we were talking about it. Men, we wouldn't even wear our own clothes to the wedding. We rent out tuxes and stuff like that. That's how little.
So I was talking to I want to ask y'all ladies this. Would y'all think it's wrong? Let's say this your second marriage. A man he been married before. You're marrying him, your second wife. And let's say his last name was Jackson. And he had things from the wedding that said Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. But he had it from his past marriage. And he used it in y'all wedding. Would you feel some type of way?
Of course they would.
Why?
Because they said that's for you and that last woman.
But you are Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
Yeah, but she didn't pick that out.
What if I'm
nothing
saying,
to do.
What I'm saying is, what if he brought it to you, like a plaque or something that said Mr. and Mrs. Jackson?
Still,
and you didn't know.
Still,
no. What I want to know is, you didn't know initially. You liked it. You're like, yeah, that'd be nice. You liked it. He runs it, and then you find out somewhere in the wedding or after the wedding that was from his first marriage wedding. Are you going to be mad at him?
Oh, she definitely gonna be mad. Anything that has to do with another woman,
it's a wrap.
I don't care if it's socks you got in the house.
It gotta go.
It's got to go. Why you got this in here? Why is your ex's sock still in here?
Because you the same size.
I don't know. I forgot they was there.
They socks.
Yeah, but no, they don't see it like that. They do not see it like, no, get this out of here.
Okay. Well, it is what it is, man. Anything else you want to talk about before we get the hell up out of here? Let's see. What Shay, what'd you say? Yes, there's a difference between being cheap and frugal. We don't gotta break the bank, but don't recycle. All right, yeah, I get it. Y'all say it's recycling, even though you Mrs. Jackson, number 2.
That's the thing. She don't see her as number 2. She number 1. That's the thing.
Unless the Mrs. Jackson number 1 is dead. Okay, well, man, this. What if, because some women, they get married, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get divorced and they still keep the man's last name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if she keeps the same last name, technically, are you still Mrs. Jackson number 2?
On paper, yes. You would have to be.
In the heart, you're number 1.
Yeah, and you would have to be on paper. I mean, that's a good question. You gotta look into that.
Yeah.
How does that work? Can you have 2 women?
Yeah, the woman, if she marries you, technically you are her husband. If you get a divorce, she still can keep the last name. She does not have to change back to her maiden name because she's not a maiden anymore. She was married. Maidens are for women who aren't married.
Yeah,
who never were married.
Just change it back.
You would want her to change it back, huh?
Change it back. You're not.
No, I'm Mrs. Such and such.
No,
I'm Mrs. Beans.
Not anymore.
First,
not anymore.
I might be Miss Beans now. Oh, I'm trying to think of anything else before we get the hell out of here, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. Yeah, man, I don't got nothing else. You got anything else?
No, I think we're good. We don't disturb.
We don't fucked everybody up. Oh, did you see that video I sent you where the body fell out?
I was looking for it. Where'd you send it to me at?
I think I sent it to you on Instagram.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't see it.
Yeah, I sent. It was a video of a guy who, one of them clips. There was a funeral, and the body fell through the casket and rolled down. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Here it is right here. Matter of fact, let me just pull it up for y'all so y'all can be traumatized just like we were. Well, I was. He don't care about nothing.
I'm dead inside, so it's okay.
He was like, yo, this is perfect. If I can find it, what the hell is this thing? Oh, here we go. They changed the whole format. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. And then we getting that hell up out of here. There you go. Let's watch this short. If it ever loads, there we go. Load.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Boom, load right now. Now look at y'all. Imagine early in the morning. Early in the morning, I wake up to this. Scrolling through my phone, it just set the tone for the day. I just thought it was so. I was like, God, why would you bring this into my life and let me see this? But it made me laugh.
I'm laughing at the funeral. I'm done.
What kind of false bottom are y'all having in this casket for the body to fall out the back and roll down a hill?
I said that's a do-it-yourself casket. They order that shit on Amazon.
Burn my body. If you're gonna do all that, just burn my body. I don't even want to deal with me falling out the casket. Y'all gotta pick me back up. You can't put me back in the casket because that's where I just fell out of. So what do you do with it?
You flip it. You flip it up. Make sure
you make lemons out of lemonade.
Yeah, make sure the top is locked. You flip it. There you go.
We know what kind of funeral you trying to have for your loved ones. All right, y'all. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Y'all have a good week.
Don't go to no funerals with him.
That's got to be racist.
Daddy.